Class 7. Today's topic, industries in India in general knowledge. Let's see. Actually, this is the topic of from civics. It is related with the civics subject. So you might have learnt about the occupations. Industries, occupations are related terms. So let's see what is given in this topic. Now, first of all, let us understand what is the meaning of an industry. All of you have heard this word. This is a very familiar word to all of us. Industry, industrialization, these are the common words nowadays, most commonly used, you can say. So what's the definition of an industry? An industry is a group of manufacturers. Manufacturers means those who produce something, those who take the production of some goods is called as manufacturing. So an industry is a group of manufacturers or businesses that produce a particular kind of goods or services. Goods means the articles, the things. Okay, so an industry is a group of manufacturers or businesses that produce a particular kind of goods or services. Now, what is the meaning of manufacturers? Manufacturers means those who take the productions, those who produce something, those who make the production of something is called as manufacturers. And all of you are aware of the term business, business that deals with the money matter. Now, next, types of industry. Like occupation, there are three types of industries. Okay, so the three sectors constituting an economy. Now see, any country's economy depends upon the industries in that particular country. So from where the money comes? Through the business, and the business is related with the industry, production. So the economy, how much stable the country is economically, how much this country is stable, that depends upon the number of industries in that particular country. So the three sectors constituting in an economy are agricultural or primary sector. Then, like primary occupation, agriculture, fishing, mining, these are the primary sectors, primary occupation. From the nature, we are getting everything. So, agriculture is directly related with the yield from the nature. So, agriculture or primary sector. The second, which depends upon the primary sector, that is the secondary sector, the industry or the secondary sector or production sector also it is called as. And the third industry, large industries, the services or the tertiary sector. See the word how it is pronounced. Most of the children do the mistake while pronouncing this word tertiary. Territory it is called by the children. See the spelling Tertiary. Tertiary. Tertiary means third one. Primary means the first, secondary means second, tertiary means the third. So the services or the tertiary sector, services like picking up the garbage, so that is waste management, then pharmaceuticals or medicines, hospitals, hotel industries, tourism, all these come under the services or the tertiary sector. So which are the types of industry? There are three types of industry, three sectors in industry. First is agricultural or the nature-based or primary sector. Then second is industry or the secondary sector. And the third is the services or the tertiary sector. See the spelling tertiary. Again and again I am repeating this because this is the common mistake done by the children while pronouncing this word. Tertiary. Tertiary means third one. Third. Okay. So let's move to elaborate everything one by one. Now this is the primary sector. Let's learn about in brief about primary sector. The primary sector of the economy includes any industry involved in extraction or production of raw materials. Now see, for example, uh, textile industry. Textile industry is related with the weaving of the cloths. What raw material is needed? Cotton. Cotton. From where do we get the cotton? From the agriculture, from the plants. So this is related with the primary sector. So raw materials are produced through the primary sector. So that is primary industries. Okay. So what else raw material? Can you guess? Can you imagine? Can you think over that? Now suppose we want to make the metallic sheets. From where do we get the metal? From the mines. So mining also is a primary sector that gives us the raw material from the nature. Okay, and then it goes to the secondary sector, that is taking of the production of the sheets or the textile means the clothes and so on. Okay, so the production of raw material is done in the primary sector such as farming, logging, hunting, fishing and mining. Mining means taking out the minerals from the means inside of the earth. Farming, all of you know, fishing, logging, hunting, all of you are aware of these words, and this is producing the raw material required for the next type of industry, that is the secondary sector industry. Now let's see what is secondary sector. As I said, the raw material is produced from the primary sector, then it comes to the secondary sector for the production of other material, other goods. Goods means material. The secondary industry sector includes steel production. Just I gave an example of making the sheets, metallic sheets, patra. So that steel production. So from where it is made? By using the minerals. From where do we get the minerals? By mining from the primary sector. Then automobile manufacturing. Automobile means the vehicles. You can say the scooter, two-wheelers, four-wheelers, rickshaws, auto rickshaws. These all are the automobile. Automobiles require the material, whatever material is required, that we get from the primary sector. So automobile manufacturing, then telecommunications, mobile phones, telephones, these all are coming under telecommunications. Actually, this telecommunication also is coming under the secondary sector as well as in the tertiary sector also, because they are providing the services also. That is why these are these are the part of both secondary sector as well as the tertiary sector. Understood this? So, steel production, automobile manufacturing, and telecommunications amongst others. Okay, so this is the secondary sector. This is the production sector also, it is called as secondary sector or production sector. Let's move to the tertiary sector now. See, tertiary sector is also called as the service providers. They provide some service. See, whatever examples I have given here, those are, if you think over that, yes, they are providing the some kind of service to us. Okay, so first is telecommunication. As I said, this is the part of secondary sector also as well as tertiary sector also. So telecommunication can be the example for both secondary as well as tertiary sector. Then hospitality. Hospitality means not hospitalized, not related with the medicines and dispensary. Hospitality means welcoming someone or serving someone, like in hotels. Okay, that reception counter is there, that is meant for the hospitality. The service they are giving, that is called as hospitality. Okay, see, the word is similar like hospital, but the meanings are different. So hospitality industry, tourism. Hotel industry also lies in hospitality industry itself. So these all are the means all these these are the things that can provide the occupation for the people. Maybe it is a primary sector, secondary sector, or tertiary sector. Everywhere there are the openings for the jobs. Okay. Now, third one is mass media. Mass media means televisions, radios. So, these are called as mass media. Okay. So, this is also the service provider for entertainment, for getting the information. This mass media is useful. Then healthcare and hospitals. Now, here hospitals are different. That is related with your healthcare. Okay. If someone is sick, then that person gets hospitalized. The person has to visit a hospital. So this hospital is different, that is related with your health care. Then public health. Okay, public health is related with your civics. Correct. So you have learned what is public health. Means shauchalaya. That is the part of public health. Okay, everywhere you can see there are the public toilets. So this is related about the public health, drainage systems. Okay, these are others a tertiary sector. They are providing us the service. Then pharmacy. Pharmacy is related with medicines, drugs, medicines. That is the pharmacy. Then information technology related with the service. Again, telecommunication it is related with. So because of the satellites, we are able to communicate. Now we are online somewhere. Sometimes it is Google Meets are going on, those are online. We are sending you the videos, the study material through WhatsApp. This is also part of information technology. Internet, information technology it is. Then these all are provided, this is served by someone to us. So this comes under the tertiary sector, and this is also called as a service sector. Then waste disposal. Wherever the human, what you say, population is there, then there will be obviously there will be waste production. So we need to keep the health and hygiene. The waste has to be disposed. So that waste disposal also is done by some people. So this is the tertiary sector. They are providing us the service by picking up the waste. So that is waste disposal. So some of the examples I have given for each of the sectors. More examples also are there. This is not all because of the limitations of the PowerPoint presentation or the period lecture. So we have to just give few of the examples. But by looking at these examples, you can think about the other examples also of your own. And that is only what you have learned from this. Okay, now let's move to the next slide. Now, why one question, it should arise in your mind that why industries get flourished in a particular area itself. Now, there are some textile industry in Gujarat. If you think, there are many textile industries. Okay, Assam, that side if you go, okay, so there are tea plantations, tea industries. Okay, why is it so? Have you ever thought? Then in Kolhapur side if you go, there are sugar industries, sugar factories. Why are those there? Because of the availability of the raw material there. So it is cost effective. Wherever the locations are there where primary occupation is there, which provides us the raw material, then obviously the industries will be settled there in that region, that area, because it will be economic. Transportation, the cost of transportation will be less. That is why the industries are flourished in a particular area only. See the what is given here, I'll read it out for you. Industries are located in a specific area as to meet cost expenses, easy availability of the raw materials, access to markets, availability of power, etc. See, these are the four important factors or aspects of the industries which can give the benefit to them, or the industries can flourish. Okay, so As to meet the cost expenses, easy availability of raw materials, access to markets, availability of power, etc. These features help the industries to develop in short expenses. See, obviously, whenever anyone do a business, obviously that person will be thinking about the profit. Okay, so that is why that person has to think about all these four aspects, that cost expenses, easy availability of the raw materials, access to markets, and availability of power. Power means what? Energy. Energy means electricity. Okay, so on which the industries can run. Okay, so this is the that is why the industries get flourished in a particular area. Now, which are all industries are there in India? Okay, there are there. I have given almost 8 type of industries. Still more are there. I can't give, as I said, I can't give everything in this short period, and I don't want to make it boredom for you. I just want to give you a brief idea about these whatever topics I choose. So, industries in India are agriculture, food processing, pharmaceuticals, energy, renewable energy, aviation, telecommunication, infrastructure, etc. and etc. Okay, let's see one by one. Now, agriculture is the science and art of cultivating plants and livestock. All of you know what is agriculture. To take a yield of a crop. Along with that, cattle will be there. So this all comes under animal husbandry. That all comes under agriculture. Agriculture was a key development in the rise of secondary human civilization, sedentary human civilization. Okay, wherever there are favorable conditions, human population settled there, and they accepted the agriculture as their occupation, whereby farming the domesticated species created food surpluses that enabled people to live in cities. Okay, and those people who are having the primary occupation as agriculture, they are the suppliers of food or other things like milk, food to the people who live in the cities. Okay, because they are engaged with the some other occupation like secondary occupations. Then modern agronomy means agronomy is the related word with agriculture. Modern methods of agriculture, then plant breeding, agrochemicals such as pesticides and fertilizers, and technological developments have sharply increased yields. Okay, because of the use of the fertilizers and pesticides, new methods of agriculture, then plant breeding, breeders, the good hybrid seeds, then agrochemicals, these all things are giving the boost to increase the yield of the crops. Okay, so these are the primary industries, that is agriculture. As an example, I have explained there. Many more primary industries are there, but as India has agriculture as a primary occupation or primary industry, I have taken this example. Second is food processing industry. Like from the cattle we get milk. With the help of milk, many more things can be produced like cheese, butter, then what else? Paneer. These things are made by milk. So from the primary industry, this secondary industry is formed, that is food processing industry. Then oil, from the oil seeds we get the oil. Sugar we get from the sugar cane. Chips, potato chips we get from potato. So you can see whatever example I'm explaining here, that the raw material is natural and that is processed and just converted into the edible things, that is called as food processing industry. Or the grains are put in the by grinding the grains we can make the flour, and that raw flour can be cooked into to make the recipes. Okay, so this is all called as food processing industry. Bread is made from the flour, from the grains, raw flour is made, then that from the flour the bread is made. Okay, so this is all called as food processing industries. Now pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals, all of you are aware, it is related with the medicines. The pharmaceutical industry discovers, develops, produces and markets drugs or pharmaceuticals, drug for use as medications. If any illness is there, we need the medicines, and this is produced the pharmaceutical industries. All of you should be aware of these all terms. What is the meaning of pharmaceutical? That is related with the medicines. Now energy industries, in this normal energy, that is we get from the hydroelectricity, uh, this is all called as energy, and then also in petrols, diesel, this is all energy giving things. The energy industry is totality is the totality of all the industries involved in the production of and sale of energy, including fuel extraction. Fuel means diesel, kerosene, petrol, crude oil, these all are called as fuel. Fuel extraction, manufacturing, refining and distribution. This is all called as energy industry. So energy is not only related with the electricity, it is also related with the fuel extraction like petrol, diesel, crude oil. Okay, so and manufacturing it, refining it and distributing it. So this all is included in the energy industry. Now next comes renewable energy industry. Okay, all of you know what is renewable energy, which is never ending. We have learned this. Solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, all these are the continuous source of energy. So renewable energy industry also, the energy industry is a part of energy industry focusing on new and appropriate renewable energy technologies. For these also we need the material, like for developing, producing the solar energy we need the solar cells, correct? So for the other for producing other type of renewable energy we need the some gadgets. So for where these gadgets are from the renewable energy industries. Okay. So this is also giving you the occupation. Then aviation industry. Aviation is related word with the aeroplanes. Okay. So aviation is the activities surrounding mechanical flights and aircraft industry. Production of the aeroplanes, managing the airports, all these is included in the aviation industry. Okay, aviation means the flights or aircrafts or planes, aeroplanes. Next is telecommunication industry. So already I have explained this. The telecommunication industries within the sector of information and communication technology is made up of all telecommunications, telephone companies like Vodafone, BSNL, Idea. These are all telephone companies. Airtel. So they are also service providers, the internet service providers, and play a crucial role in evolution of mobile communications and the information society. So this is nowadays it's very essential part of our life to have a smartphone, to have a communication, to have mobiles for the communication, because we can contact the people in any corner of the world from any corner of the world. Okay, there is no any limitation for that. So telecommunication is an essential part of life, our life today. Okay, now this COVID-19 is going on, pandemic is going on. Still we are learning. Still we are communicating with you all through Google Meets. How is it possible? Through the mobile phones, through this telecommunication, through the satellites, through the internet. So, isn't it an essential part nowadays? Yes. Those who are not having the range, are they able to attend the Google Meets or anything? No, because that is important to have this telecommunication. Okay, so the world has become very fast because of the telecommunication industry. So this is service, tertiary type of industry. Infrastructure is related with the buildings, then air, what you say, roads, airports, harbors, railway stations, railway systems, energy networks. See, wherever there is structure building, it is called as a infrastructure sector, infrastructure industry. Education, the education buildings are for educating the children, people. There are the buildings constructed, like your school, that is the infrastructure. The building of the school is called as an infrastructure of the building. Then healthcare, hospitals, this is also infrastructure. Social infrastructures like stadiums, swimming pools, these are all called as social infrastructure. Infrastructure means a structure or a building. Okay, so that also is a part of industry. So this infrastructure sector primarily comprises of electricity, roads, telecommunications, railways, irrigation, water supply and sanitation, ports. Okay, so you can understand by all these, every industry is depending upon one another, right? Without another, the other one is incomplete. Other one can't work. Like it is a chain. Even if one part of that chain breaks or gets disturbed, whole industry, whole economy of the country will be getting disturbed, obviously. Okay, so everything is equally important. Service providers are also important. Then primary production, obviously, unless and until we have the raw material, the next industry cannot work. Then secondary, if the raw material is not utilized, what is the use of that? So all are dependent on each other, whether it is a primary sector, secondary sector or tertiary sector. Okay, so I think I have come to the last of this slide. Now I have made one concept map. So many points we have covered in this presentation. It is actually vast topic, but still I have tried to cover it in almost half an hour. Okay, so concept map is industry. Industry has three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Okay, in primary sector, the examples are agriculture, fishing, mining industries. In secondary section, telecommunication, automobile industry, etc. etc. I have given only 2 or 3 examples in every sector. Then third, tertiary sector, hotels, hospitals, waste disposal industries. So this is the concept map. If you remember the concept map, it is very easy to elaborate whole topic whatever I have taught today. See, in PDF I have not asked you to draw the concept map, but please copy this concept map in your notebook. All of you will copy the concept map by looking in the video in your notebook, GK notebook. And again I am giving you the reminder, every time whenever GK, only once in a week you have GK period. Whatever I give, PDF should be completed. Whenever I send the PDF, you have to complete the PDF on that particular day itself. Please don't keep it pending. Whenever, see, this pandemic is not for forever. Okay, it's very soon we will be starting with our physical school. So you have to submit the books, whatever you have completed, to us for the correction, or we will go through that. Whenever the school will start, then that time you should have the completed notebooks with you. Okay, so All of you are going to draw this concept map in your notebooks, in GK notebooks, even if it is not given in the PDF. Okay, so see you in the next week with another topic.